What's up, creatives? Welcome to the Tiffy Show. Today I will be giving you the South of France travel guide. Let's get to it. This travel guide will be split up between Antibes and Nice. The first part being Antibes, the second part being Nice. So whichever one you prefer, you could skip ahead or you can watch both to see why we picked these specific places. Let's get it started with Antibes. Why Antibes? We had done some research before this trip and we chose Antibes specifically because it seems like it's a bit underrated for the south of France. Also, it is one of the only places there that has sandy beaches. Most of the other places in the south of France have pebbly beaches, which I will get to later when I talk about Nice. On top of that, we just wanted to experience a place that not everyone goes to. So we felt that Antibes was the best spot to do that. Now, to get to Antibes, you can take a train from, let's say, Paris, and you're going to get to the main hub, which is Marseille, and that train station will get you to Antibes in about 3.5 hours. Another option is you can always fly to Nice directly and then take the train from Nice to Antibes, which is about 30 minutes from my memory. So those are the ways that you can get to Antibes. Where to stay in Antibes? When it came to Antibes, we decided to go with a hotel route. We wanted to check out the hotels and kind of have a relaxing time at this part of our trip because we split it into two, so we decided that Antibes would be the relaxing, chill by the pool time. So we wanted to find a hotel that had a pool. That was like our number one, which is crazy because a lot of hotels don't have pools in Antibes, or if they do have pools, they're one of the big chain hotels, and we tend to like the charming style of a boutique hotel. The hotel we chose was Hotel de Villa Cap d'Antibes, and this hotel was amazing. It was boutique, so it was a bit smaller, and it had less rooms, but it had a modern aesthetic. The staff was super friendly, and we got breakfast included. You guys know how I feel about breakfast. Breakfast is a must if I'm staying in a hotel, if it's included. Some hotels don't offer breakfast, but I always say it's nice to have one meal out of the way and not worrying about the fact that you did get to eat something that day, because we all know that traveling, you could just be traveling around and you forget to eat, so it's nice to have that included. The breakfast at this hotel was amazing. The spread every morning was enjoyable. They had, eggs, juice, yogurt, granola, croissants, pastries. Our hotel room was very nice. It was modern. It had brand new amenities. You could tell like this hotel has recently been renovated or updated, and it was just really good vibes. I love the size of a boutique hotel and the charm and like the little details that usually if you find really good boutique hotels that they have. So I was very happy with this hotel choice and I would stay here again. What to do in Antibes? First off, you're going to want to visit the beaches. That is probably half the reason that you're even visiting Antibes or the south of France is the beaches. You're going to want to visit a few public beaches while you're there. These are the two that we enjoyed while we visited. The first one was Plage de Pontel. This was a relatively big beach. There's more than enough space, a lot of locals. We chilled here for most of the day. No, there's nothing bad to say. It was a great beach. I would definitely recommend that beach. Another great beach to visit if you're looking for public beaches, because there are some private beaches which I'll get into with the beach clubs, but another cool public beach is Plage des Andes. This beach was a bit smaller than the other one that I mentioned, but this one felt very local. There weren't that many people on this beach when we went, so it was kind of like a hidden gem. And the cool thing is they actually have the remains of an old castle or fort or something in the water, so that's pretty cool. In regards to beaches in the south of France, the Mediterranean hits different. I love the way it feels. The water is calm. It is blue. You can see fish sometimes, depending on where you are swimming. You can walk pretty far out. You don't have to worry about riptides or anything scary. It is just a calm, relaxing experience. A popular thing in the south of France are beach clubs, and these are different than I know what you're thinking. If you're from the US, you might be thinking of Vegas and like partying, but these beach clubs are way different. They're more of like a chill, spend the day at the beach. You are renting a lounge chair or a cabana, and you're just there for the day for a relaxing time at a private beach. The beach club that we chose to go to was called Helios Plage Beach Club, and love this beach club because it had a deck. It was a little bit separated from the beach, which I love because A, there was no children, and B, that they had their own lifeguard on the decks watching your stuff. So So they were watching you, making sure no weirdos got on the deck or like tried to look at your stuff. And so you could get in the water, you could have all your stuff be safe, and you could just feel like stress-free. When you're at a beach club, you have the luxury of having a server or waiter. We had Noelle, which was amazing, and they will bring you out drinks. If you decide to order lunch, you have the option of going into the restaurant for lunch or staying out there at the deck. We decided to stay out at the deck and ordered lunch. It was worth it because they bring out these trays of whatever you order. You can drink, hang by the water, go swimming. There was fishies. Like, they're just so much fun. I highly recommend this wherever you go in the south of France. Quick tips for beach clubs. Just so that I explain it to you so you know how to do it. You're going to want to make reservations for the beach clubs, no matter which beach club you go to. And I highly recommend, if you are staying at a hotel, that you ask the concierge or the front desk person to do it for you. Be super nice about it, because you usually have to call to make these reservations. And if your French is subpar or not that great, it could be very hard to make the reservations that you specifically want. The second thing is arrive early. You are paying for this day. Make sure you get the best out of it. We went in the morning, and because we went in the morning, we were able to choose more of where we wanted to sit, because they are reserved, but if you don't like your spot, they might like swap it for someone that's not there yet. So it's best to go early. Visit Old Town. While you're in Antibes, they do have an Old Town, and you can walk to it, I'm sure, from wherever you're staying. And it's very cute and has that old European feel. This is also where you can find the markets and walk through that or do a little shopping. So it's very cute. I wouldn't recommend staying in Old Town because it is small and I don't think there's that much to do, but it's very cute to walk through and see it for yourself because it gives you that European feel. Getting there, make sure you walk along the water, so like the boardwalk along the water, because it gives you a lot of good photo opportunities. It's not as crowded and you can take some cool Instagram photos. Also, you probably want to take the Instagram photos in Old Town as well. So make sure you visit both those places. I can't imagine what they look like during the summer because they were already kind of crowded when I went and it wasn't summer yet. So go in the off-peak season because it will definitely get crowded in there, but it's super cute. So definitely check that out. And it's also where you can find a craft market. Where to eat in Antibes. Now, I wasn't there for a very long time, so I don't have as many food options as I usually do, but I still have a couple, so I'm gonna share them with you. Helios Beach Club, I mentioned it before, but it is a restaurant. I think it's probably just called Helios, and you can just go and eat there. You don't need to go to the beach club to enjoy the food there, and I thought the food was very good. So that is my first recommendation for food. My second recommendation is Pizza Noli. I actually went here twice, which is why I probably don't have as many food recommendations as I should to give you, but Pizza Noli was delicious. It was a pizza place and affordable, of course. It's pizza, but just delicious Neapolitan style pizza. I got the pizza, it was like the white pizza with the honey on it, so whichever one you see that is that, get that. And then my husband got the one that was like spicy salami caprese pizza, I believe. Very delicious, and we got a mini bottle of rosé because why not? Like, live a little, like, enjoy yourself. Papilla Juan Les Pines. I know I butchered that. Here it is down here. This is a gelato ice cream place. Yes, 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 yes. We went here, I got the pistachio and the cherry Garcia on a cone. My husband got caramel and coconut. It was delicious. Here's some quick tips on Antibes. You're going to want to make reservations for any of the good restaurants that you eat at, so make sure you do that ahead of time, or like make reservations early in the morning for where you want to have dinner later that night or the next day. If you want to buy liquor, there are some restrictions. I'm not 100% sure of the restrictions, but I'm just going to tell you my story and then you can take from it what you will. But we tried to buy liquor after 8 p.m. at some of the grocery stores and they don't allow it. And then on Sunday we tried to buy liquor and I don't think they allow you buying liquor on Sundays as well, or Sundays past a certain time. I don't know the exact rules. If you know the exact rules, please leave a comment down below and let people know. Come in the off season, because I mentioned that the Old Town was not that big. If you're going, I would go middle of May, end of May, versus, you know, straight summer, because you're getting less crowds and it'll be more of an enjoyable experience. Antibes was great. It was all about relaxing, hanging by the pool, going to the beach, but let's get to Nice and all the fun things that we did while we were there. We decided to go to Nice because it is a great central hub in Côte d'Azur, so if you want to visit other cities and villages, it's a great place to be the main spot, and then you take trains from there. Where to stay in Nice? In Nice, we actually stayed in an Airbnb near the train station. Now that is because originally we were going to Nice with these high expectations of we're just going to Nice to travel around. We're not really going to Nice to hang out in Nice. Well. I went to Nice, fell in love with Nice, kind of wished that I had just got a hotel or Airbnb closer to the water. So that is what I would do next time, which is just get a hotel or Airbnb closer to the beaches. The Airbnb was so nice. Again, walking distance to the train station, so that was super convenient. On top of that, it had a bit of an open concept, a cute kitchen, nice bedroom, and it had a washing machine. So we were able to do laundry while we were visiting, which is amazing. If you are staying in Airbnbs, always check if they have a washing machine, because if you're traveling for a long amount of time, having a washing machine is clutch. Walk around Old Town. Now, Old Town Nice is a lot bigger than Old Town Antibes, and you're going to want to check it out. They have a lot of cool restaurants, shopping, bars. We went to a bar while we were in Old Town and had an amazing time, so highly suggest checking out a bar, getting a drink outside or inside, and just loving the vibe. And most of the good, delicious restaurants are going to be in Old Town. You don't have to stay in Old Town if you're, traveling there, but you're going to want to visit Old Town at some point. Another cool walking spot is their square, which I believe is called Messina Square, and that is where you're gonna find the mall. It's like an open square where you'll see street performers, there's a statue. It's just a very cool place to walk around. And then I loved seeing the overground tram that kind of drove around. It seemed really fun. I didn't need to use it at any point, but I just thought it was so cute, having this tram. I guess it's not that big a deal. We have trams and trolleys everywhere, but I just loved it in Nice. That's Dice. He's gonna be chilling in the back, jacking up my flowers. That brings me to shopping. There's a lot of cute shopping in Nice. They have luxury shopping, cute little boutique stores, but then they also have Galeries Lafayette, which is a famous kind of mall department store there. So you can definitely get your souvenirs here. I went to Fromade. I don't know if I said that right, but I went to the famous perfume place here and got a lot of gifts and things for myself and things for friends and family. So there's a lot of different options you can do when shopping. Brunch experience. So through Airbnb experiences, I wanted something different and unique. So I actually booked a traditional French breakfast at someone's home while in Nice. This was amazing because it brought multiple travelers together for a spread that was out of this world. So much good food and conversation. This is a great thing to do early on in your trip to Nice. That way you can make friends and you can possibly travel with them throughout the rest of your trip. A few of the people that I had breakfast with actually ended up doing that. It's great if you're a solo traveler or a couple that wants to meet more people. I highly suggest this. It was just so much fun and I would do it again. Beach. You are going to want to visit the beach while you are in Nice. They have beach clubs as well. We thought about going to a beach club, but we just didn't have the time that it allowed. Because I mentioned before, you want a full day at a beach club to really utilize what you're paying for. But we did visit the beach and we went to the public beach called Plage des Publics de la Opera. I'll write it right here. That is the main beach you're gonna see if you're walking that boardwalk main area. Loved it. It is a bit pebbly, but you do get used to it. I highly recommend that if you're visiting Nice or the south of France, that you invest in some water shoes. I have had my water shoes that I got from Amazon for a few years now, and they have gotten me through Thailand, Bali, Austin, and now Nice, and I love having them. I will link mine down below if they're still available. I like mine because they are kind of like sneakers, so you can just wear them walking if you want, and then they transition right into water shoes. Day trip to Villefranche, however you say it. It is 2 stops away from Nice. When I was originally researching this trip, I actually thought about staying here instead of Nice just because it seemed really cute. I'm happy ultimately that I chose Nice just because it's bigger, there's more to do. Villefranche is a great day trip. I don't think you need more than just a day trip here. It is a bit smaller than Nice, substantially smaller than Nice, and I found that it did have a bit of a cruise ship tourist drop-off vibe. So I think you can kind of get my vibe from that, but it is a very cute day trip. As soon as you get off the train, it's 2 stops. As I mentioned, there is a beach there. While you're in Villefranche, you're going to want to visit Villa de Rothschild, which is this old palace, and it's huge and has an amazing garden surrounding it. When you buy tickets, you're going to have access to the gardens as well as visiting inside of the palace, inside the house and seeing old furniture and old bedrooms, which is so cool. My favorite part was walking through the different gardens. You're gonna see a desert garden and a rose garden, and then you end up in the front of the house, which is my absolute favorite part of this, which has fountains, and you just see this gorgeous view of this house, and you're like, wow, someone lived here. This is amazing. And the cool thing is every 20 minutes the fountains dance. So definitely take a seat, wait for that because it's really pretty and worth the wait. These are old fountains, so for them to dance around, it's just cool because it's like a whole pumping system underground that's very ancient. This is a great spot for Instagram photos. This is the spot. So make sure that you dress cute for this day trip so you can get the most out of this trip and get you some cute Instagram, TikTok, whatever content. On that note, here's some quick tips if you're gonna visit the villa. First up, you're going to want to go early. We went as soon as we got to Villefranche, we went straight to this villa, and we're so glad we did because like halfway through the day, we kind of noticed it started to get more crowded. The next thing is there's a bathroom upstairs. I'm letting you know because you're going to think the only bathroom in the villa is downstairs or outside. There is one upstairs that is was barely used, so run to that one. And last, when you exit the villa and you walk down, there is a bus stop that can take you back to that small beach near the train station. Where to eat in Nice? I actually utilized my Airbnb this trip. So we did make some meals in the Airbnb, but we did eat out at a few places. The first one is Berlin Kitchen. Berlin Kitchen was really good. It was a kebab restaurant, and so I got the vegetarian kebab, my husband got the meat kebab, and it was fresh and just hit the spot. If you want a little bit of a break from the traditional French food, then I highly suggest Berlin Kitchen. The next place we went to was Caesar Milano Gelato. This place was a gelato place, and if you are fiending for some ice cream, they got you. I ended up getting the cherry flavor again. I just was on a cherry tip this trip. Mermaid Place. As I mentioned, a lot of the cool restaurants are going to be in Old Town. Mermaid Place, we stumbled upon it when we were trying to figure out where to eat, and we realized we didn't make reservations. Mwah, mwah, mwah. The story of my life in France. But Mermaid Place actually had a table left, and we were like, oh my gosh, it's like meant to be. It was a delicious fish and chips restaurant that's actually really popular out there. The restaurant was cute, it was a bit nautical themed, and the portions were huge. Delicious, hit the spot, huge piece of fish, lots of delicious fries, it got the job done, and I would recommend going there if you want fish and chips that are delicious. That is all I have to say in regards to my trip to the south of France. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you check out my other travel guides and travel vlogs, and share, like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know if you've ever been to the south of France, and I will see you next time. Stay creative.